How's it going, Guardians? Shifty here, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a guide on how to quickly complete the Bunker E15 Legend Lost Sector. Now earlier in the season I did an easy guide, and if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the comment section down below. My fast guides are not going to be the quickest speedruns of all time. My goal is to strike a balance between accessible and fast. That way the majority of the people who check out this video have an opportunity to try to speed their runs up. In this video I will be showing you a full run on a Warlock, Titan, and Hunter in under 2 minutes and 50 seconds each. In just a moment I will be going over my loadout, but before I get into that, if you end up enjoying this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel and it helps get these videos out to more players. Alright, so first of all I want to talk about my subclass and exotic choices. On my Warlock I went with Top Tree Voidwalker and I paired that with Controverse Hold. For my Titan run I went with Top Tree Sentinel and I'm pairing that with the Precious Scars exotic. And last but not least, for my Hunter run I went with Top Tree Night Stalker and I paired that with Wormhusk Crown. Moving on to my weapon selection, in my kinetic slot I do have the Witherhoard Grenade Launcher. Then for my energy weapon I have the Gnawing Hunger Void Auto Rifle, and this is going to be for barrier champions. In addition to that, Void damage does get a 50% boost in this particular Legend Lost sector because of Void Burn. With that in mind, for my heavy weapon I have the Falling Guillotine Sword with a boss spec mod on it. This will also get that 50% damage boost, and I'm going to be using this for overload champions and for the boss. Also, you may have noticed I'm using a Void subclass on all three characters. That's because ability and super damage also gets that 50% damage boost. And lastly, for my armor mods, I'll quickly show you each piece of armor, and if you need to see anything in more detail, just pause the video. The armor mods I'm using are the same across all three classes, so I'm just going to show them to you once on my Warlock. And that is all there is to my loadout in this one. I'm going to be starting off with a Warlock run, then a Titan run, and I'm going to end off with a Hunter run. There will be timestamps if you want to skip to a particular part, otherwise let's hop right into it. So the speed of this lost sector kind of depends on this overload champion placement over here. If you can get it before it ends up teleporting around, you should be good. However, if it does end up teleporting around on you, you may want to focus on the other enemies in the area first. In my case, I did end up getting lucky and was able to take the champion out right away. In this room, I place a Witherhoard on the 3 goblins and then break the box to free the frames. Here, I'm going to go for the Minotaur in the back right away. My Witherhoard that I placed down took out 2 goblins. In this room, I'm going to prepare a grenade and throw it right on these goblins over here. I'm going to place a Witherhoard there and break out some frames to help me out. There. All the frames are free. All the frames are free. There was a hobgoblin there. We have a hobgoblin right here. I'm going to take those out. Since I have a grenade up again, I'm going to toss it on that grouping over there. There is going to be another wave of enemies spawning, including a Cyclops. You do want to be careful for the Cyclops. It can actually be pretty dangerous and it can easily one-shot you. My goal is to try to place Witherhoard wherever there's large groups of enemies. See if I can break the shield here and then finish off the champion. Now that the champion's down, we can move on to the next area. In here, I'm going to try to get a Witherhoard shot on that hobgoblin. Take out some of these goblins around the area. And I'm going to go ahead and actually super the wyvern here. The reason I'm doing that is because I generally don't need it for the boss fight. When the boss is spawning, I'm going to head up here, place a rift. Might as well throw a grenade, place Witherhoard, and I'm going to go to town with my sword. As soon as the boss is down, I am going to go for the overload champion that just spawned over here. I got the damage resistance from Protective Light. It should be enough here. We'll see. And it was enough. There we are. That was a platinum completion of the Bunker E15 Legend Lost Sector on a Warlock in just under 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Now I'm going to show you a quick run on a Titan and a Hunter as well. Again, much like my Warlock run, the placement of this Overload champion at the beginning really determines how the run is going to go. Luckily, in both cases, I was able to catch it off guard, which means I was able to take it out immediately. Here, I'm going to let the frames out and then finish off the goblins. The run is going to be pretty similar to my Warlock run, actually. I'm going to place Witherhoard there. Go for the Minotaur in the back. Take out these two goblins, since my Witherhoard didn't get two goblins this time. When I head down here, I'm going to go ahead and place Witherhoard and a grenade over there instead this time. I'm going to free up some frames to help me out. I'm going to place some Witherhoard over there on those goblins and take out this hobgoblin to my right. As soon as Witherhoard's reloaded, I'm going to go ahead and use some more Witherhoard. I want to wait for the Cyclops to spawn, and I want to be careful again. Try to clear most of the area out here. And I'm going to go for this barrier champion now. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take it out before it barriered. Either way, we took it out now and we can move on to the next room, the boss room. Alright, my goal here to try to get Witherhoard on the hobgoblin like normal. Get a Witherhoard on the wyvern there. And now I can turn around and go for some of these goblins on the left-hand side of the room. Watch out for the sniper. I'm going to revisit this wyvern over there. And the room is almost cleared out. So, I'm going to go ahead and place a bubble here. Might as well throw a grenade down. It might hit the boss. We'll have to see. Again, once the boss is done, we're going to have this Overload champion to deal with. Not too big of a deal. And unfortunately, my Titan run was just a little bit slower than my Warlock run at just under 2 minutes and 50 seconds, but it ends up being pretty similar. Now all I have left to show you is a run on my Hunter. Right, so the start to this lost sector isn't quite as important on the Hunter because you can simply go invisible using my setup and then go for the Overload champion immediately. Just like that. And now we can move on to the next area. Same strategy here on my other two runs. I'm going to go ahead and free the frames. Place Witherhoard right here in the middle and go for the Minotaur first. Got one goblin. Then I want to make my way to this next room here, make sure my heavy attack's recharged here. Again, I'm going to place Witherhoard and a grenade over here. Go for this hobgoblin in the distance. While it's shielding, I'm going to go ahead and free some frames. Free more frames. Then I want to go ahead and take out these hobgoblins. And I got to be ready for the Cyclops. Cyclops is down. I'm going to place Witherhoard there to get some more enemies, including maybe that Minotaur if it pushes forward like that. Perfect. Now the barrier champion may shield here. It's not too big of a deal. Alright, I'm going to go in and finish it off. And now that the barrier champion is down, we can move on to the boss fight. Get a Witherhoard shot on that wyvern there. I'm going to revisit the wyvern to get another Witherhoard shot on it. We're pretty close to the boss fight, so I gotta be ready for that. I'm gonna go ahead and place a tether there. And you can see how tether worked really nicely here. I'm gonna go for the Overload Champion next. For some reason I'm not stunning it. Not sure why I wasn't stunning that Overload. Either way, we got the Legend Lost Sector done. And that is a platinum completion of the Legend Bunker E15 Lost Sector on a Hunter in under 2 minutes and 50 seconds as well. So this one isn't the fastest one of all time, but if I am ranking it among all of the current Lost Sectors for Legend difficulty, I would say it's probably near the middle. Anyway, that is all I have for today's video. If you found it enjoyable, make sure to like and subscribe. I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.